All right, guys. So our final MCU topic. I told you, MCU is popping off this week. They have a ton of news stories popping out. Not a lot of content coming out yet because it's all been pushed back, but a lot of news stories coming out. That being said, this is a story about more stuff getting pushed back from Marvel. So we got Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi all getting delayed. So we got Black Widow that was supposed to come out in July. That's going to 2021 now. May 7th, 2021 is when they're saying that's going to come out. So then Eternals, which Honest and Johnny's been coming out saying that he's been praising the movie a lot. Which, I mean,
why wouldn't
big news. Yeah, actor in movie is saying movie is good.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right.
Like, what else is he going to say? Like, oh, it kind of sucks, but I got paid, like, whatever. So, not really too big of news there. But Eternals is now being delayed till November 5th, 2021. And then Shang-Chi coming out July 9th. I don't know why they had this out of order. Doesn't make any sense. Should have been Black Widow and then the Shang-Chi. But I didn't write the article, but whatever. So we got Black Widow, then Shang-Chi, then Eternals now, which is kind of a bummer because Eternals, no offense to like Shang-Chi or Black Widow or anything, but even though I haven't seen anything from it, I'm more looking forward to Eternals, I think, because it's a new IP from the Marvel. Whereas, like we said, Black Widow should have came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and then with Eternals, I don't know if you guys saw this too, but like apparently the director wants literally the movie to be bigger than Endgame, which is like, it's your first movie, man. Calm down. All right. Like, it's the first Eternals movie. It don't need to be bigger than Endgame. Calm down.
Bigger how?
Like, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Like, I hope he doesn't think that it's gonna break
it's a
box
girl.
office.
It is a woman. I forget her name.
Oh shit! I hope she isn't thinking it's gonna break like I don't know, concept wise. I don't know. Just real quick, I don't know if you'll know this, but are all those dates just basically 1 year removed from what they were supposed to be this year? Because I thought Eternals was supposed to hit in November of this year. Yeah. I don't know about Shang-Chi, if that was supposed to be this year or not, but I feel like those dates are just pushed back 1 year completely.
I think Shang-Chi was going to be in 2021 anyway, but I think they now moved it.
Okay.
So my guess is that Black Widow was supposed to initially come out in either May or July, and then it got pushed back, and then obviously it can't come out. Eternals was going to come out in November, but I don't know why it still couldn't, unless I guess they had to stop filming on that too. I don't really know.
Well, I'm guessing that Disney has looked at the returns for the movies that have come out, like Tenet and some of the other stuff, and just decided we're going to give it more time. We're going to give more time for people to get used to going back to the theaters to see if the theaters can remain open, and then or to see if a vaccine gets put in place and people, this whole issue passes.
Right. I know. Well, vaccine-wise, quote unquote, leading theory. I know this is like a little bit off topic. They said that wouldn't even be ready to distribute the one they have, assuming it works until I think next November or December. Anyway, to like the masses. So we'll still be dealing with I don't know, potentially less returns of the box office, even beyond these dates. Who knows? But speaking of which, I actually looked up today because the AMC around here is open. Did you go and see Tenet? I think you said
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I looked to see if the one that was here was open and everything, and they were, and they had 2 showings for Tenet, and then 1 showing for The Empire Strikes Back, and the 2 showings for Tenet only had 2 people in them. Oh, but then, so I was like, "Oh, cool, man!" And then I told my wife, like, maybe we should go and see it because if we're gonna be like the only people in the theater, like, I'm a lot more comfortable doing that, you know.
Yeah.
But then but I'm thinking, well, since that's a new release, I'm wondering how many people are in The Empire Strikes Back, and then I click on it, theater's full. Like there was like barely any empty seats. Like I was like, awesome. Oh, okay, maybe. But I don't know if maybe that's why no one was seeing Tenet, just because they're all seeing Empire Strikes Back. But I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like a 30-year-old movie is selling out, but then
why not though? It's a great movie.
True, but I've seen that movie literally 100 times.
Yes.
Is it also one of their $5 movies? I know a lot of studios were bringing, or a lot of theaters were bringing back older movies, but only charging like a nominal fee for it just to get people back in the building.
True, I know AMC was doing that.
Not that I think that $5 is going to stop, saving $8 on a ticket is going to move people to go see an older movie versus a newer one. It's probably more the movie itself, but still,
it's because it's Empire. I mean, it's there's a lot of people too, and I actually commend them. Anyone who wants to go out and see it, and only downside is once I saw how full that was, I immediately didn't want to go to that.
No,
like just given the situation right now, unfortunately, but. That's a movie that the majority of people right now probably haven't seen in theaters. Maybe they're not the majority, but a lot of people out there were not able to see Empire in theaters. Like I wasn't in theaters.
What were the special editions were what, 98, 96?
97, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like 97 or something. Did they put those in theaters? I don't even remember.
They did.
Yeah, that was the big thing in the mid 90s before the prequels came out, was Lucas re-releasing those. That's also when we got the special editions with the adjustments to them. So I'm curious if the Empire that's playing right now is the special edition.
OG.
From what I understand, they have to be the special editions. It was literally in the contract when he sold Lucasfilm that that you're not allowed to distribute.
I don't think the
original trilogy as it was
anymore.
So the only way those movies in the original form could ever be re-released, and because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants because they went in and did the 4K fix on the special editions and everything, so release those in like Blu-ray and 4K. But nobody wants them. They want the original, the original theatrical versions. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is after if. Not that anyone's clamoring for this, but George has to pass away, and then someone from his estate would need to okay it. Because as far as George is concerned, it's not happening, and it's in the contract. They have to abide by that contract since they bought it and they signed it. So Disney's can't do anything with it. But that being said, it would be really cool to see that movie in theaters.
Definitely.
And I don't know what she means by wanting to go bigger. She mentions the director's Chloe Zhao, but she says that she has deep, strong manga roots. And she brought some of that into Eternal. So I don't really see where she's saying anything about it, wanting to be bigger than Endgame. So I don't really know where they're getting that quote from.
From a cosmic scale, it's hard. It's both easier and harder, I guess, to go bigger. If that's not going to make any sense, but it was so Thanos and the Infinity Stones were so, and that battle was so focused on the Earth heroes and basically Earth fighting him to correct reality. I could see it being a bigger scale in so much as Eternals is more galaxy wide, or bringing in different races, different alien races and stuff, and having it be a more cosmic scale film. If she means bigger that way, that I could see happening.
I'm thinking this quote is actually more of clickbait. In all honesty, it's it's an out of context quote, because when you read the quote, and I'm not even reading, this isn't the full interview, so I don't even know the context in which she was actually saying this. But she says, "How much further and bigger can we go after Endgame? Because I'm not just making the film as a director; I'm making the film as a fan."
So it's not like they're trying to outdo.
Yeah, it seems more speculatory to where she was like, "How much further and bigger can we?" Because in my mind, that's how I read that, is how much further and bigger can you even go? Not, I'm gonna make a bigger. It doesn't seem to be that way at all. So I don't know. I don't get that she wants to go bigger than Endgame. Quote. So I don't know. And like I said, how could you, when it's just your first movie? Don't do Amazing Spider-Man 2, okay? Don't try to go too big when you're first, it's your second movie and you're throwing in the Sinister Six in a very poor way. You don't need to do all that. Tell a good story. Because I'm excited for Eternals for, what's his name? Rob Stark. Can't remember his name right now. But Rob Stark's
Nope, I haven't covered it either.
Rob
But-
Stark.
Yeah, Rob Stark's in the main one of the main guy. So I'm excited for that. And then we got Kumail and Johnny, and I love Kumail and Johnny.
Yeah.
I just watched a movie with the guy who plays Rob Stark. But I really like him as an actor, so like I'm excited to see that. And I mean, unfortunately, with all of this, everything's just getting pushed back. But I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, I'm excited to see Black Widow. I'm excited to see Shang-Chi, but I don't know. Kind of just want to, like Kumail and Johnny says in this quote here, where he was talking about it. He says like they delayed it. Marvel made the right and responsible decision. There's a pandemic, and nothing more important than health and lives. And it's true. Like just speaking as a person who doesn't want, to die, for the most part, just want to get sick. Like I want to see these movies very badly, because like you were saying, John, we're in an MCU content drought for one, but funnily enough, I remember reading an article, something else where someone was talking about all the production for like network television and everything had to get shut down because of this stuff. And even like those sources have pretty much nearly run out of all the content that they had like ready to go. Like, so now, like this far into everything being shut down and not being able to produce anything more. So even like everyone's hurting to put out new content right now, especially these like big studios who like their livelihood depends on it and everything. So I don't know. I don't want to get sick though, so I'm fine with I'm fine with waiting till 2021. I just wish like Disney Plus would have had some stuff ready for us and we could have been watching that. But alas, Either way. I guess the question is, guys, what do you think about all this stuff getting pushed back? Do you agree that they made the right decision? And like we were kind of saying, they're probably, it probably was not only the right decision as far as health concerns go, but I mean, given the fact that they've seen the numbers on like even Mulan doing the at home release, and then Tenet's box office right now is like not super great, and then even Mulan's overseas numbers weren't very great at all. So you think like Marvel made the right decision pushing these back so they can get a much more substantial return on the because I mean I think these even it's not just about greed and everything. It's not just about corporate greed, because given the circumstances, they did spend probably $200 million a piece making these movies. So, like, they need to get some money back. So, whatever you guys think, you let us know down in the comment section below.